Hello and welcome to the next episode of Kardamom and Chili. Today, I would like us to pick up when we left last time and talk about hell yeah. What do you think, Heike?
Oh yeah, you have a better memory than I have. I've totally forgotten that already. But yeah, hell yeah is one of the best things in the world, no matter if you are a business owner or not, followed by a hell no. Because the hell no is equally as important as the hell yeah.
So, let's dwell on it a little bit. So, can we explain a little bit what do we mean in life and in business when we talk about hell yeah? I need to do that in American accent. I don't know. Hell yeah, babe.
We as humans, we often say yes to anything. We say yes because we want someone else to like us. We say yes because we think we are obliged to do so. We say yes for the sometimes weirdest reasons. And this spreads us thin. This doesn't help us to keep to our own values, to keep to ourselves in terms of what is it what we want? What do you actually want for your life? Do you want to have Aunt Myrtle over for a visit and you actually don't like her? That's hell no. It's like, no, Aunt Myrtle, go into a hotel and you're going to pay. I'm not paying for you. I can't stand you. And the hell yeah decision here would be, hell yeah, I'm going to say hell no.
All right, that is interesting explanation. For all visitors, be careful because she will say hell no.
There are a couple of things that we do as business owners, because when you're in a networking group and you have some form of numbers to fulfill, sometimes you refer maybe someone who you would never say a hell yeah to. Sometimes you just know you need to recommend someone because they are a hell yeah, that person is amazing. I need to refer them. So if you approach your decision making with a hell yeah and a hell no, it gives it a completely different dynamic and makes you receptive for your true longings, your true things where you want to go. If you want to hire a marketing person only because you have pity for them, that is not a hell yeah.
Interesting. In core, we've got the same ideas, but definition is slightly different. I kind of like that. Because for me, hell yeah, it's my inner compass, which again, I think it's pretty much what you said. But to me, it's like, okay, check with you if you're okay with it or not.
Yeah, that is hell yeah.
And if something really lifts you up, it doesn't really matter if it's, do you want coffee or tea? Oh, tea, please. Oh, yeah. Or do you want to work with this person or no? It's nothing to do with someone else telling me what to do. It's more my internal gut feeling. And every single person which was like, for example, my best photographs, excluding those ones which I really ask people to pose and not really bother if they like it or not. The next best photographs are those ones when someone asks me to work with them and I've got this, oh, yeah. And I see them straight away. I see the picture in my head. I feel how I want them to feel. And that's my hell yeah. Like, oh yeah, that's a great project. I want to do it. I know exactly before we even start how I want it to look, feel, be.
Yeah, but here's the thing. you know how to do it. You have grown into it to stick to your hell yeah, to listen to your intuition and your heart. Many, many people have not yet the tools to go there. And there are so many people who really think they have to do something because someone else told them they have to be like that, do that, do that. You know, when we often talked about when you start as a business owner, everyone tells you must be on Facebook, you must be wherever, you must have a video. And when you don't feel it, but do it anyways, it will always be just a meh, and it will always be just against your hell yeah. If you feel like actually being on LinkedIn and do videos for TikTok, but you're meddling on Facebook because someone told you you need to be on Facebook, Facebook is the hell no in those terms. And LinkedIn and TikTok is the hell yeah. Because that is actually what you feel to do, but you're not doing it because your head has some form of belief and you follow that belief instead of follow your heart. And the hell yeah is always something, and the hell no as well, that comes from deep within ourselves. For me, it's the chest. For me, it's always from radiating like the fucking sun from there. When something is a hell yeah, it's like, yeah. And I can feel it fill my whole chest.
It's my solar plexus thing. Oh, yeah. And I'm a bit like meerkatty when something. Oh, yeah.
Where?
Pretty much. Yeah, but okay. I wanted to say, joking aside, it's not joke, it's true. That's what's come from. But what would be your one advice for someone who's starting and they scare because they want earn money, they want living?
Yeah.
How they can go from this, okay, I have to say yes to everything, but not hell yeah or hell no, or simply listening to themselves, but oh yeah, I have to because whatever. What would you say to them?
That's a very tricky question because as I was in the same position, like millions of other business owners as well, when you start out, you need to test the waters. You need to find yourself. You need to find yourself. You need to find your way and test what feels good, what is okay. And there is a lot of fear and anxiety anyways, because you're doing a sugar load of stuff that you have never, ever done before. So finding the hell yeah in that period of time can be very, very difficult. But when your intuition, your heart, your stomach, wherever it sits, screams at you and shouts at you to not do something, please listen to it. And that's the biggest advice I can give, because I have overruled my intuition so often. And I had the worst experiences. And afterwards, it was like, I should have listened. I should have. You know, when there's something really, really overwhelmingly feeling like a hell no, listen to it. Don't do it. I had a horrible client because I thought I had to work with them. I thought I needed the money, and it was soul crushing. They were not paying their invoices. They were taking advantage of me. They were not accepting my boundaries. I still have outstanding money from them because they did not accept that late payment causes interest and fees. And they will never pay it because they give a ... And because it's their stuff. So everything in me screamed, don't do it. Don't do it. The money is not worth it. What did I do? I did it. And it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
I guess in that sense, a really interesting story. In that sense, every single business owner, especially in a small business, have this interesting story somewhere. They've done something when they shouldn't, and they really want, but at the end it costs more stress, trouble than they actually earn, or they had to, so on and on and on. So in that sense, It's quite interesting that actually hell no, it is your hell yeah to yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is like positive and negative. You know, when you have a letter from HMRC telling you that you get a refund of 1,500 quid on your taxes, that's super positive. But you do not want to receive a letter telling you that you tested positive on something. So it's the meaning of the words in the situation themselves. The hell yeah can very much be a hell no and vice versa. Because the moment you decide on a hell no, it feels amazing. It feels exhilarating. It feels the same as a hell yeah. And what it does is also, it gives you more confidence in making decisions and making decisions quicker and listen to yourself. And it also builds more respect with other people, because when you are constantly a yes sayer, is it a yay sayer? When you have a naysayer as well? I don't know. When you're constantly a yes sayer, people will take advantage of this. They have not as much respect of you as they would have when you say no, because you are not setting boundaries. You're not letting them see this far and no further. Back off. And this back off feeling, this showing your limitations, setting the boundaries to others, is also included in a hell no. Coming back to Aunt Myrtle, when you say hell no to a relative that you don't want to have in your life, is very, very difficult, because there is a whole quantum mechanic of family mechanics attached to it. But you will show your boundaries. Why is it so difficult for Aunt Myrtle to just book into a B&B or a hotel, or go to your brother, sister, or to their siblings, for example?
I guess that's probably, on the back of hell yeah and hell no, it's another interesting conversation about what we as business owners, what we are bringing to the table. And we are bringing our brains, families, the beliefs we've been taught as a child, and so on and on and on.
The hell yeah and hell no is just the tip of the iceberg of what's going on underneath in ourselves, in our lives, in our subconscious. It's how we have been brought up, what belief systems we have adapted over time, what we have been taught by so many other people, who we have to be, what we have to do, because it's a societal thing. And especially with family dynamics, it is very interesting for me to observe, because I practically don't have family. Greatly by my own choice, because I have a horrible, toxic family, except for 2 people of about 25 to 30 people. And it is my choice to step away from that toxicity. There are the big words again. And to say, hell no. I do not want to have this toxic behavior in my life. I do not want to feel shitty each time when I had spoken to one of my relatives. There is something when you constantly say hell yeah to such a thing, you constantly make your soul suffer, because it is not what it needs. It is not what you need. It is not self-care to say hell yeah to toxic people. It is not empowering you to say yeah to a toxic person.
Oh, definitely. And absolutely. I was trying to come up with really big word, which happens to the best ones. One thing, and that's quite interesting, because again, I really love the hell yeah feeling and taking control and making my own decisions. And frankly, it's quite new. I need to admit that I'm taking responsibility for my very young life. Yeah. Good reaction.
You have at least 50 more years to go, minimum.
Potentially. You never know. The good thing is it empowers you very much, at least in my eyes, when you consciously making decision and you say yes to certain things, you say no to certain things, you move around. It gives you freedom, gives you confidence, and gives you power back. I like that probably the most, because even if you've not succeed first time, on second time, but you try and you've learned, you're getting something from it. And that's again, hell yeah or hell no. It depends, what you've learned or you not necessarily achieve. Put it that way, maybe. Yeah. I would say every single experience is important, and listening to your emotions in business, it is important. And it helps. It really helps when you trust yourself and you know what's right for you and you follow it. And to me, it's nothing wrong to befriend your mind and your heart, because they were put in you for a reason. They are one team.
That's very true.
So sometimes your heart is like, well, yeah, let's do it, because we want help all of them. We want rescue them. We know how to do stuff. But then your brain said, no, don't. Let them. But I think hell yeah or hell no, it's a cooperation between your brain and your heart. And they always act in the best interest.
Yep. It's like yin and yang, or heaven and hell, or whatever you want to take as a comparison, because it's hell yeah and hell no is first of all a tool that is not new. The biggest and greatest CEOs in the world live by this mantra because they have acknowledged how empowering it is, how elevating it can be. I have no clue how to pronounce his name, wrote a book about essentialism. And he lives by it as well. Because if it's a hell no, just don't do it. There are smaller exceptions where you need to navigate the gray scale in between, yes. But there are things when you start to learn to listen to your hell yeah and hell no. I put up an example, for example, when your wife wants to have pizza tonight for dinner. And you would say yes because you know how much she loves pizza, but you actually fancy pasta. Just say, listen, I really know you like pizza so much, but I would like to have pasta and let's do pizza tomorrow. That is already a hell yeah to which you are standing up for yourself. Of course, there are a lot of compromises and everything in our daily life. But when something is really making you feel like, I don't want that, don't do it. It's important that you start to listen to your intuition, to really step into the power that you have. And you will be really amazed. Do it for a whole week. Test it out. When a friend comes to you who is a friend who just wants to be entertained for the sake of it, and they want you to go out on a beer or on a wine, whatever, and you just don't feel like it, say, no, thank you. Just don't say yes because you feel it's a friend and I have to. No, you don't need to. And test it with these smaller things and then get on to the bigger things. Then you can say, you can show Aunt Myrtle basically the middle finger when she comes for the 100th time and wants to live on your cost, a nice life, and then goes away after a week and you're completely drained and exhausted and you don't want to ever see this woman again. And the next month she's there again. You need to make a decision. Is it a hell yeah or is it a hell no?
Do you remember we had the moment, both of us, if I recall that correctly, we really liked the big clip
Yes.
by Guy Hendricks.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about it as well as like, get your one thing you want and be great at it.
Yep.
That's your big hell yeah. And just keep doing it and get rid of everything which is not hell yeah.
Yeah. That's one. Last week, Vera asked me about how I came to this point where I am today. And one of the things that helped me was the hell yeah and hell no technique. Because I was doing all these things. I was doing still marketing. I was still doing graphic design, animations, video projects, producing podcasts, writing this, doing this, I was spread so thin, you could not even see the spread anymore. And then it was, is this a hell yeah? It's a yeah. Okay, no, it's a no. If it is this, yeah, maybe it's a no. So scrap that. How does branding coaching feel? That's a bloody hell yeah, baby. And that's
how she begins.
That is unleash the Kraken. This is unleashing everything. This is where my heart and my soul and my whole being start to sing, when I can help someone, when I can do what I really love to do. And it's an amazing feeling. And you can get there, if you are not yet good at it, by just starting with the small things in your life. Is the cheap butter a hell yeah? No, because you actually want the good butter. Is the good butter a hell yeah? Yeah. I mean, not for me personally anymore, but it's a great example when you go shopping and constantly decide on the cheap stuff, but your heart says, but I want that one. I want that one. Trust it. Listen to it.
It's a plenty of examples like that in our life, isn't it?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Fascinating. Right. I guess that we can leave our listeners and get them to dwell on hell yeah and hell no. Till next week.
So, dear listeners, is it a hell yeah? Or is it a hell no that you will listen in next week again? Bye.
Bye.